Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I know y'all probably wasn't expecting me to hop on camera. I done pulled my wig on for y'all, okay? Because I mess with y'all like that. But welcome and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for getting me to 11,000 subscribers. I rock with y'all. I appreciate y'all. Like, genuinely, I really do appreciate y'all. And I rock with y'all. So thank you so much for getting me to 11,000 subscribers. So with that being said, go ahead before you forget and like the video and hit subscribe if you are feeling the vibe, okay? Those interested in my personal channel, Zena Talk, y'all already know I got Storytime, Life After Divorce. I post remote jobs Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Non-phone based positions on Fridays. Just posted a video yesterday. I was supposed to come on here and post yesterday, but it was a lot going on, y'all, yesterday. But yeah, so Zena Talk will be linked in the comments below. That is a channel more for the people who are interested in the content creator behind the content, okay? So I got vlogs, Life After Divorce, story time. I just did my engagement story on that channel, and it's called like Accepting Change in Your Life, and it has my engagement story and just life updates and just stuff like that, okay? So I will pin that in the comments below. Now, the reason that you are seeing me on camera today is because one of my lovely subscribers, I hope I say your name right, Grandma_Jizzard. I think that's how you say it, like, because it has a whole bunch of Z's. So Grandma_Jizzard, okay? She says that she loved how much thought and good intentions I put behind the topics I select, and she hope I consider making a bigger deal of my commentary because it's wiser than most commentary channels. Listen, I really, for real, like, saying stuff like that really does touch me because I really do try to put a lot into my commentary. So if y'all realize that and y'all mess with me, like, I thank you. I really appreciate it. Because usually I would just do stuff like, I put it in some books. Like, I have some children books on like colorism and just like living in poverty, children growing up living in poverty and just stuff like that. So I'll put that type of stuff in like poetry or like books and stuff. So like now that I create a YouTube channel, I've tried to incorporate things that I have learned. I have a lot of knowledge in a lot of different areas, unfortunately, through trial and error. So I try to put that in my commentary. So I really do appreciate that y'all really like notice that. Like, thank you. Because I seen a few of y'all like that comment. And then she also was giving me tips of like getting on camera and stuff like that. So listen, that's why I'm here. Like, we'll see how this goes. I like being behind the scenes, but we will see how this goes. If y'all like me being on camera, your girl don't mind popping on a wig, okay, honey, and getting on camera for y'all. Point blank, period. Okay, so today's story is going to be about sis was a hater. Sis was a hater, point blank, period. Okay, so we gonna tap into that. Go ahead and watch the content creators, and I will be back at the end with my commentary.
It came to my attention that my friend was sending my TikToks to her group chat. Yeah, get ready with me while I tell you how I found out. I've been posting on my new account, which is this one, consistently, and I'm assuming that she has seen my videos pop up on her For You page. Keep in mind, she doesn't even follow me, and then the other day, I get a text from another friend who is in that group chat sending me a screenshot of what this girl has been sending to the group chat. And of course, it was a screenshot of her making fun of my videos, making fun of me posting, just really trying to clown my. But guess who never misses a post? Guess who never misses a story? I've never understood why people just love to watch what you do, but secretly hate you. Like, essentially, you're a fan. Moral of the story, people will clown what they secretly wish they had the courage to do. Honestly, I'm gonna keep posting and she could keep watching, I don't care. It's really just boosting my views, so thank you. I'm gonna show my outfit in the next video, but guys, this is like the best thing ever. The Charlotte Tilbury. Perfect. Bye.
Story time about how I thought that this girl that I've been friends with for like 3-something years turned out to be a snake, jealous, backdoor. So, how we met was through this other girl. I met her then at a party. We gonna call this girl Anna. We just gonna call this girl Anna. So I met Anna through another friend. So we were all friends, but me and Anna, we got really, really cool, like, over the years. Like, we used to hang out together, kick it hard, party, go out to eat, spend the night at each other's houses, be on the phone for literally hours, laughing, talking, just literally just like a genuine friendship. I honestly considered this girl to be my best friend. That's why, like, when all of this stuff that happened, like, how I found out, like, she whole time just been jealous of me, this whole entire friendship is crazy. It's like, how I found all of this out is, like, I'm just, like, a very naive and gullible girl. Like, I honestly don't think that nobody would be, like, this is just how my brain operates. Like, I honestly do not think nobody will be around me if they don't have good intentions for me. And I know that's just me being naive and me being gullible, but I don't see why people would go through that much length and extremities to hurt me. That's just my brain and processing and just how my brain operates. So anywho, our friendship was it was good, but it was just kind of like we had a whole bunch of falling outs, and it was just used to be unnecessary falling outs. The first big thing that happened was a couple years ago, I went to a party at her house. Her family used to throw like big ginormous parties. So at one of the parties, I spent the night at her house. After I spent the night at her house, the next morning, she was acting weird. That night, she had lost some God's green earth. So when she lost it, I was helping her look for it. So the next morning, she was acting mad weird. Next day, like, I think I went home, and I was trying to, like, talk to her. She wasn't talking to me. Like, she had ghosted me. So I was like, okay, you know, whatever. It hurt my feelings a little bit, but I'm like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. I don't know what I did to her, but it is what it is. So I think she called me like sometime later and was just like, oh yeah, the only reason why I stopped talking to you was because I thought you had stole my God's green earth. And I'm like, girl, I don't have to steal nothing from you. And I told her that, I'm like, I don't have to steal nothing from you, especially that, because I get that easily. Like, that's nothing to me. Literally, that's nothing to me. So we got past that, going on and on and on. It would just be like short little breaks, but it was nothing like big. The second big thing that happened was recently. It was actually this year. Basically, long story short, I went to a little kickback, whatever type of thing. It was this DJ there. Long story short, she's in the industry, quote unquote. So she be around a lot of people. Like, she just be doing a whole bunch of stuff, like hosting stuff, just stuff like that, whatever. So she invited me to this little kickback thing. It was a DJ there. The DJ, he was DJing on live. So when I was there, like, I was turned up. I was barely drunk. Like, I was just mostly high, but I was genuinely being myself. I'm just an outgoing, silly, fun. Like, that's just my vibe. Like, obviously, like, I just got personality. So when he was on live DJing, I got in his live and I was like, you know, turned up in his live. All the vibes was cool. I had asked him to take a picture. I asked to take a picture with him because I wanted to shout him out on Instagram, because, you know, black people, we supposed to stick together. So I thought. So I asked him to take a picture with him so I can add him, so I can tag him or shout him out on Instagram. So the next day, I'm on the phone with Anna, and I'm telling Anna, I'm like, girl, that was so much fun last night, because it was lit. I was like, girl, that was so much fun last night. Thank you for inviting me. She goes, I was like, yeah, like, I was surprised, like, you know, of the interactions and stuff like that. She was like, oh yeah, well, in a nutshell, this is what she said. Oh yeah, well, yeah. We don't really do stuff like that. I was like, what you mean? She's like, we don't ask people to take pictures with them, and we especially don't ask them to add us, to follow us back on Instagram. So I'm on the phone, just discombobulated. She was like, it's a difference if they ask you to take a picture with them or they ask you for your Instagram, but we don't do that. And I'm not sure who she referring to when she says we, but in my brain, I'm like, okay, like, I was just like, what the hell? Like, all I literally did was ask to take a picture with him so I can shout him out on Instagram. You invited me here, so I'm just literally just coming in, scoping the scenery out. I had no idea he was like this big time DJ from Chicago. Like, I honestly genuinely didn't know. I was just in there vibing, cooling, being myself. Like, I was turning up on his live. Like, it was just a vibe. And then the next day you get on the phone talking about, oh yeah, we don't really do that. We don't really ask people for this, down, the third. So I was like, all right, nah. I was like, girl, I'm finna call you back. Because, and then when I called back, I called my sister and I was like, am I bugging? She was like, no, you're not tripping. It's giving hater. It's giving jealous. So I was like, okay, noted. I swear to God on everything I love, I was about to stop talking to her because I didn't that at all. Like, instead of, because like I want to be on, like, in the social media where I want to be a content creator and stuff like that. So in my brain, I'm thinking like, I was thanking you for inviting me because I had got like some connects that day. I was networking, like I was just like, you know, doing my thing. So it's like, I would think that you would like at least like, oh girl, I'm proud of you for stepping out your comfort zone. I know you're not. Oh yeah, that's another thing. She has said when we was on the phone the next day after like the little kickback DJ thing, she also has said, oh yeah, like I know you're not used to this, but we don't usually do stuff like this. So if you're not used to stuff like this, I get it. That's why I'm really not mad at you. She said that. Clock that. So I was like, oh, so that's the real reason why I hung up the phone on her, because she has said that goofy shit. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like I see the vibes that we, you know, I called my sister, like I said, my sister said she's giving weirdo, hater, jealous vibes. So I was like, okay, cool. I was about to stop talking to her after that, but I was like, you know what? It's really not that deep. Like, it's deep, but it's really not that deep. Because, like, in my brain, I be trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, okay, well, sometimes people say things, but they're not aware of how what they're saying can make the other person feels. Like, sometimes it's not really about what you say, it's just how you say it. So I thought it was one of them situations. So I was like, all right, cool. She started sending me stuff on TikTok. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not really, you know, I'm not mad no more. We get over it. We had ended up going to, we went out of state. We took a trip for this other girl's birthday. So it was like a little friend group. We all took a trip for the birthday. After we started talking again. After we started talking again, we fell out again. I don't remember what for. This time I don't know what did we fall out for? I don't know. But we fell out again right before my birthday. Then, like, my birthday was approaching. I had hit everybody up in the group chat, like, hey, y'all trying to hang out with me for my birthday? Woo, woo. She responded, and she actually ended up hanging out with me for my birthday. So, my brain, I'm just like, this is why I'm just so confused. We hung out for my birthday. Literally, like, a week later, I had got a section at a club. So, I had texted the group chat, like, hey, y'all trying to pop out with me, go to this club. This was after my birthday, after everybody had already hung out with me on my actual birthday. A week later, I had got a section at a club. So I had texted the group chat, hey, y'all trying to hang out with me for my birthday? Crickets. Only like one person responded. Okay. Mind you, I had called Anna like twice, way before I even texted the group chat. So nobody responded. So I said, bet. So I left the group chat. Oh, y'all. If we being honest, left the group chat, unfollowed and blocked everybody on everything, because I know weirdo behavior when I see it. You're like, I already know y'all on some weird, because we was cool, we was all cool. Usually if somebody responds, we all, you know, no, all y'all weird, bye. So I was like, I genuinely did not know what I did to Anna. Like, she literally just stopped talking to me. Like, I had before the text message in the group chat, I had called her a couple of times, no response, and I'm not no chasing. Like, no, we're not doing that. Bye. So after all of that happened, I just didn't know why she stopped talking to me. So I was just like, whatever. I didn't know what was going on. So I just left it alone. Not a week later, 3 weeks later, because this is after I got the section. 3 weeks later, I'm literally still trying to rack my brain as to why this girl stopped talking to me. It's not a big deal, but it's just like, she literally just cut me off cold turkey. And I didn't, and nothing happened before that. I genuinely did not know what was wrong. Mind you, she was just hanging out with me on my birthday. A week later, I invited her to the section and crickets, nothing. I was on the phone with her on my actual birthday after we had all hung out. I was literally on the phone with her. There was no smoke. There was no beef. So in my brain, I was just genuinely like, what happened? All right, so I'm running out of time, so I got to just do a part 2. Okay, so part 2. So, like I said, after I got the section at the club, nobody responded. Cool. Whatever. I was over it. 3 weeks later, I got up in the morning, I get on Snapchat, and it has said that Anna removed you from, because we had a group chat on Snapchat. Everybody that went out of town together, we had a group chat on Snapchat. So it said Anna removed you from the conversation. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I have felt some type of way. I'm not even gonna lie. I felt some type of way. Because it's just like, why are you trying to make it seem like I'm the one that did something to you? And if I did do something to you, I don't know what I did to you. Like, she was always preaching, because I'm the type of person, like, if somebody make me mad, I would just stop talking to them for a little while until I'm over it. Because I be feeling like if I address the situation in that moment, I'm gonna snap off. So I didn't want to snap off on nobody. I don't like snapping off on nobody, so I'll just stop talking to you. So she used to always preach, like, Egypt, if somebody makes you feel some type of way, you need to let them know. You cut people off and they don't know what they did, and you just leave them wondering, blah, 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 blah. But you go and do the same exact thing to me. So it's just like, it's giving hypocrite. That's what it's giving, hypocrite. But whatever. So I felt some type of way. At work, I was on my break and I'm on the phone with my sister, and I was just like, oh, Anna removed me from the conversation on Snapchat. Like, I'm telling my sister, I was like, I don't know what I did to this girl. So as I'm talking to my sister, I kid you not, a message pop up on my phone from Facebook, and it's a dude that Anna used to mess with years ago. We gonna call him Brian. So me, Brian, and Anna, we used to all hang out together, like, all the time. Like, we used to just kick it, chill at my house, play games, just vibe, kicking it. So, the message says, so I'm like, and I'm on the phone with my sister. I was like, ooh, bingo, we got action. Because I'm sitting here on the phone with my sister telling her why, like, I don't know what's going on. I get that message on Facebook. So I'm like, oh. So I'm putting all the pieces together. I'm just calculating my brain. Everything is just mixing and matching up in there. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm reading the messages. He like, what's wrong with your weird? Why does she think that we used to talk and mess with each other? I'm just like, where is this coming from? So I'm like, that's why she not talking to me, I feel like, because out of all things in the world, that was the last thing that I would have expected to be the reason. So going on and on, he's saying that basically she called him and was talking some hoorah, and I guess he told her not to ever call him again, and then she got upset and just started like just saying a whole bunch of stuff. So then he sent me screenshots of the text messages, and the text messages was basically like, oh, don't think that I don't know that you messed with my ex-friend. I'm the only friend that he knows. So I'm just like, girl, first of all, it's insulting that you would think that I would come and lick up your sloppy seconds. I've never been that type of friend. All the dudes that I told you about, I'm not even finna take it there, but it's just like, we don't got the same taste in men. So the fact that if that is the reason, I hope not. Like, I literally will think that she would be better than that, and not to think of me as to be so low as to mess with somebody that she used to mess with. Like, I would hope that she wouldn't think that of me, because I never gave those type of vibes, ever. I just feel like it's just crazy to me how also, as soon as all of that happened, he ran to tell me what happened. So it's like, you're on the phone trying to come for me, and he literally just told me everything. I'm on the phone with my sister. I was like, you know what? My sister was just like, this is laughable. Like, honestly, you should be laughing hysterically right now because this is funny. I was like, there should be no way in the world that happened, and I haven't seen or talked to this man since the last time you was with him and we all hung out 2-something years ago, and for you to actually be still upset about something, and we had other falling outs in between that, for her to be actually upset about that, it's just kind of like, so you was hanging around me all of this time and you had secret animosity, you had beef with me this whole time? Like, what in your brain would make you think that I would even go after somebody like him? No shade, like none. Honestly, it's just been too many red flags and too many signs with Anna. She can probably feel the same way about me. I don't even care at this point, because at this point it's not giving like a genuine friendship. It's giving like, it's some little jealousy up in there. It's some just weird vibes up in there, and I just don't want no part. All I want to do is go home. All I want to do is go to work, go home, make my money, come back home, and just chill out with my people who actually care about me, and not sitting around with like secret beef and secret animosity. But I'm wrapping this up, like, because it's just draining. Only reason why I ran to TikTok, because I felt like I wasn't about to sit up here and text her or call her to address it, because I'm a professional crash out. So me going and texting her and calling her to talk about the situation, I would have been spazzing. So I'm just like, let me talk about it somewhere else, because at this point everything has just gotten super weird. I'm done with this. This will be the last time I'm talking about this situation. I'm cool. I'm good. I'm finna just do my thing and be myself, continue to be myself. So thanks for everybody who listened and even care. Bye.
For me to be as good as a friend that I am, I just don't understand why the majority of every single female friend that I've had in my life has literally hated my guts. They hate me. And this story right here just put the icing on the cake, because it's like, and I don't even care about putting names out there anymore, because it is what it is. So I had this friend, you guys. The girl's name is Ariana. So we became cool because she wanted her daughter. She wanted her daughter to be on my dance team or whatever. So I'm like, okay, she's bringing her to practice, and that's how we became cool. So I first started noticing stuff when it's just like, she always has something to say about my daughter. My daughter's 5, but my daughter has a big, bold personality. She's advanced, you know what I'm saying? And she will always say like, she's too much. She too much. In a way, I understand when people be like, she too much, but it's the tone in which she would say it, y'all. We go out one time. We go out to this bar / club, and we see a girl that we know, and I walk up to the girl, and the girl's like, "Oh my gosh, your daughter!" And then Ariana's on the side like, "Yeah, she too much, ain't she?" And the girl was like, "She's adorable." And so I'm like, "What is your problem with my daughter in my mind?" Like, so then the night goes on, and there's this guy buying us drinks. So he's like, "Who is this?" And so I tell him, like, "This is my friend, Ariana." And she's like, "It's Ariana." So I'm looking like, my name is Ariana. At this point, we have been friends for months. And your name is Ariana? And you've been letting me call you Ariana all this time? She like, "Well, I just let people say whatever." You know what I'm saying? I just let people say whatever because I really don't care. Okay, so if you didn't really care, why correct me now where we're in front of a guy? You feel me? Weird type of behavior. This is the icing on the cake for me. So she asked me to host a Galentine's party with her for the girls for Valentine's Day. So I'm like, sure, why not? So she don't really have too many friends. So she invited another one of her friends, and that friend invited a whole bunch of other girls. So I'm setting up downstairs. We cooking. I cooked, you know what I'm saying? Set this whole party up. And then when the girls start trickling in, she's like, she had her sister there. So she's like, "Hey everybody, this is my sister." And I'm sitting there like, I guess I'm chopped liver. Like, she didn't introduce me. So I introduced myself. "Hi, I'm Kashari." And I just dusted under the rug. So then, when I tell y'all though, the party started at 7. Nobody got there till 8:30, 9. Then she like, "Why don't we all go out? Let's just go out." You know what I'm saying? Knowing at the time I had a broken foot, y'all. So I have this big boot up my leg. She know I'm not going out to no club like this. Literally, the party lasted an hour and a half, and everybody ended up going out to the club without me. But the cherry on top was, she know I've been going hard with my TikTok. Ever since me and my daughter went viral, we got 2.3 million views right now. When we got our first million views, she didn't say not a word about it. Her other friends is hyping me up. "Okay, million. She didn't say not a word. So I just posted like, "Thank you." Like, at the beginning of this, I only had 700 followers, y'all. Now I have over 2,000 followers. So I send a thank you out on my TikTok story, and I see that she watched it. and unfollowed me. So when I seen that she watched it, and it said that I was following her, but we weren't able to message each other no more, like, oh, that's when it dawned on me, like, girl, you hate me. You do not like me. What is your one little unfollow gonna do? It's not gonna stop me from getting to the top. But this is what I'm saying, like, this is why I don't have any friends. Because y'all secret animosity, y'all jealous spirits, whatever it is, just know this. If you see this, because I didn't black out your name, literally, see you later, Bookie, when I make it to the top.
I remember seeing a video on here from a girl called Bims. I'll tag her below, but she was speaking about when you feel like someone is jealous of you or insecure, to not confront them. And honestly, I agree, and I wish I had that advice when I was younger, because I have a little story time on that. So back in secondary school, I used to have this best friend, and I started noticing a pattern on when she would start talking to guys that I used to talk to first. So at first, I was like, oh, well, it's fine. I didn't really like them, or they didn't really treat me well, so I kind of just like would disregard them. But then it started becoming like every guy. Mind you, obviously every guy can treat another girl differently, but I feel like I have a good judge of character with men. I would kind of like just give her the heads up with these guys and be like, just be careful, like they're not nice guys. He did this on the date, or he did this to me, he did that. So she then got mad and was like, why is it every guy that I talk to, you always have something bad to say? And I was like, babe, because I've been there. And like, I did care for her at the time because she was my friend. So then I was talking to my other friend about it, and she was like, I think she's jealous of you. So then which I shouldn't have, I went back to my ex-friend and I was like, I feel like you're jealous. Like, but I wasn't saying it in a way where I wanted to belittle her. I just wanted to, because how are you gonna give out to me and make me out like I'm jealous when you are the one that are talking to the guys I used to talk to? No. And I regret ever saying that she was jealous. Guys, never, ever, ever confront someone that is jealous of you that isn't ready to hear it. This girl literally made my life hell. Like, she literally made my life hell. Like, we were still kind of friends after, and like, she would just do like really, really mean things. Literally just wanted me to feel so small. And the last straw, when I finally like cut her off, is, so we used to have a crush on this guy, but it was only like a fun crush. It wasn't like serious. We just found him like good looking. So this guy, I think he was taking me seriously, and I just, as girls, you're just gisting your girls, being like, oh my God, that guy that we used to have a crush on, he asked me out. And guess what her reaction was as a best friend? What would you say? She was like, okay, and? With laughing face emojis. So I was just like, yeah, no. I just had to cut her off after that. And it wasn't even the fact that I'm cutting her off for a man or nothing like that. It was just, she was just really, really wicked to me. And you would think if you were jealous of someone, you would just remove yourself from that person instead of staying and making them feel horrible. But what I wish I did different in that situation is, from the time my other friend let me know that she feels my ex-friend was jealous of me, I should have been the one to distance myself. Because a jealous friend is a dangerous friend. I should have removed myself from the situation and not tell her she's jealous, and let her find out on her own about how her behavior is. If not me, maybe to someone else. Because if you confront them, you're always going to be the bad guy. Especially if you fit more of a beauty standard than they do, then you will be the bad guy, unfortunately. Even if you come across in a nice way, they will never see it in a nice way, ever. When someone is jealous of you and you tell them you are jealous of you, even though it is true, they don't see you as that. They don't. They will see you as the enemy, and they will do anything to make your life hell. Like, they will literally hate you even more than they already secretly hated you for.
Okay, so let's get into it. All right. Now, y'all don't be seeing this, but I take a lot of notes. So if I look down, it's because your girl be taking notes. That's why my commentary be a little detailed, because I be trying to pinpoint things. Okay. So first thing first, let's just get it in our mind and keep it in our mind that no matter how long you've been friends with somebody, this person can be your relative, your cousin, your homegirl, your sister, your grandma. People are going to be jealous of you. And it might not be reasons that you think of. Like, she could be the coldest thing walking, but if you have something that she does not have internally, then she can hate on you for it. Okay. And I be telling y'all all the time about your spiritual health, you know, because when you are operating at a high frequency, people can feel that. People can feel that when you walk in the room, honey, and they will hate you for it. And you'd be like, dang, like this pretty woman who designed her down and got all these followers. Some of them be the most damaged internally people I know. Like, seriously. They do. They be broken on the inside. They try to buy things to fill that void within them. Okay. So the first story, the one about the group chat, like, girl, you're weird. You are very much weird, you know. And yes, these kind of people don't miss a beat. She was like, oh, she don't miss a story though. And they won't. I still to this day have people who watch every single thing that I post. And I'd be like, we broke up over 2 years ago. Why are you still watching everything I do? You know, like, people will create fake pages. You will block people. They will create fake pages and still stalk you. They can't help it. They be obsessed. Girls and boys, they be obsessed. And again, it don't have to be something that you think it's about. It don't even have nothing to do with your looks. They be having things to do with other things, like, she's a good person, like, she's blessed, she found love and I didn't, or, you know, like, I hate that she moved on from me, like, so I'm gonna stalk her and make sure she's not living a good life, like narcissistic people, you know. So again, people will hate on you for reasons you don't even know, and they will obsessively stalk you. Okay, social media, all of that. They be trying to keep up with you, like, sis, if you don't like me, why are you watching me? But hey, I ain't gonna stop you. My page on public, so I ain't about to stop you. Okay. But yeah, these type of people don't miss a beat. And you're very much weird for doing a group chat. Like, boo, please. Okay. For the second story, you know, when she said why people would be around me if they don't have good intentions and how she's naive and stuff, honey, felt because I used to be real naive. I'm talking about over both men and women. Like, I would be real naive and think people coming around me how I'm coming around them, because I always try to be around people for genuine, like, interest. Like, seriously, like, I would support people with their businesses and all of that, but as soon as I do something, not one person who I supported me. And I always felt that was weird. Like, luckily the circle that I have now is a solid circle, you know, and I feel like you don't really need a lot of friends. All you need is like 1 or 2 good friends to sing your corner and circle, and I have a good solid circle now. But before, honey, it was trial and error. It would be weird people, like weird, real deal weird people, like group chats, weird things. I would hear stories from people, you know, who was around those people who would say, oh yeah, you know, when you left, they said this, blah, blah, blah. Like, people is weird, like real deal weird energy. And again, unfortunately, sometimes us with good hearts, we be naive like that, thinking that people just come around us with genuine interest. Again, both women and men. So I felt her on that part, because sometimes we can be naive, but we have to learn and grow that not everybody around us have our best interest. And then she was like, and then again, with the whole friend thing, like, how are you going to be mad that she vibing? Where they do that at? Like, you invited her to this event to have a good time and vibe. So you're mad that she's vibing. Like, I'm lost and confused at that. Like, how are you mad that she want to take a picture with him? She didn't even know who he was. But even if that's the case, if he's okay with taking a picture, what's the problem? Now, it'd be one thing if she was like that groupie type friend. Like, I don't like people who are groupies. I ain't gonna say I don't like them, because it's not like I have a personal issue with them. But I mean, like, if we go out or something and then you all up in a dude's face because you feel like he got money or he a celebrity or something like that. Now, I really don't like that kind of stuff. But again, you still your own person. I'm going to be over here in my corner, but you still your own person. But I really don't like that kind of stuff. But it's not like she was doing that. You know what I mean? He was fine with her taking a picture. And it's definitely giving hater, because why does that bother you? It's not like he came to you personally like, hey, you need to check your home, girl. She be in a group. Like, nah, like, he was with it. And if anything, it seemed like she was also making him like more lit. Like, she was hyping him up. He didn't have no issue with it. So it's very much giving you're a hater. Like, don't invite me to have a good time if I can't have a good time. Like, and my good time is not defined by what you think I should be doing. Like, that's crazy to me. It's definitely giving hater. With the third story, honey, people hate on kids too. Don't get it twisted. People hate on kids too. Peep this out. Now, she became friends with her because she wanted her daughter to be in the same dance group as her daughter. Okay. Now, if your child does not have a certain like personality type for things like dance and cheerleading, and I'm not saying that they can't do that. Okay. It's a lot of different personalities that do that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying she might have hated on that little girl because she felt like her daughter didn't have like the same attributes that she had. Now, I will tell you, as a mother who has a very like introverted type of child, like my daughter is very much like kid nerd. Okay, she's into science projects more than anything. Okay, God bless her heart. I think it's very cute, and hopefully it keeps her out of trouble. Okay, but you know, she's into science projects. Like when we did cheerleading one year, she loved it. When she was like 3, I think, or 4, she loved it. The next year, when she started coming a little older and like knowing more stuff that she likes and doesn't like, she did not like it. She actually hated it. And now she wants to do things like basketball and like, you know, she might have more of like a tomboy type of thing and she's more introverted, and that's cool. I'm with it because I'm more of an introverted person as well. I might not seem like it on camera, but I'm actually very introverted. So, you know, she might have a child like that to where like, dang, her daughter is just like, you know, up and going and bubbly and extroverted when her daughter might be the opposite. So she might be hating on her for that. Because to be honest, I feel like when you're in cheer, you got to have that kind of personality. A lot of times, like when they're younger, you can just sign them up. But when they get older and like middle school and high school and try out for that, I know a lot of times they look for, you know, cheer type of girls, like bubbly type of girls, because they want you to hype up the crowd. They want you to smile, you know, and hype up the crowd and stuff, you know. So she might want her daughter to be that way secretly. So maybe that's why she was hating on her. But again, don't get it twisted, because there be grown women hating on little girls. Okay. So it's given, sis, you're a hater. Okay. Especially when you unfollow her. Like, sis, you a hater. Like, you could have said that up front and we could have been cut ties. Like, you weird for that. You real deal weird for that. And I don't know if y'all be watching Lifetime, but I used to watch Lifetime all the time. True Movie Tuesday, all of that. I was there. And I remember seeing those cheerleading movies where those mothers would unalive daughters because of that. Like, hating and being jealous. Because one story was this woman. This is a real story. I think it happened in Texas. This woman unalived this other woman's daughter because she made the cheerleading team and she didn't. And she always felt like she just was better. And that happened as well in beauty pageants. Okay, that is a true story that happened with a beauty pageant. A mother unalived another woman competing in the beauty pageant because her daughter didn't make it. You know what I mean? No, it was her who did it. It was actually her who did it, and she tried to frame her mama. But stuff like this happens all the time, y'all. It's so weird, but people do get jealous of children. Like, so that's why I tell y'all, pray over y'all households. Pray over them, because you never know who is like praying on your downfall with you, your children, your partner, etc. Okay. And with the last story, the fourth story, like, you know, I will say that if you do ever say that straight up to somebody like, oh, you're jealous of me, I really don't know anybody who's going to take that like as a good thing. You know, to be fair, like if somebody just come up to me like, you're jealous of me, okay, and why do you feel that way? You know what I mean? Like, that's not a compliment. So if you do say that to her, like, of course somebody gonna feel some kind of way, period. So I don't feel like maybe that approach was the best approach with that. If you were going to confront her, I'm just the type of person to where I'll peep the vibe. We might have a conversation about it. We might not. And we'll just probably eventually disperse, because I'll probably just cut ties and be like, you know what? I'm just cut off communication like so much. You know what I mean? Like if you start peeping stuff, like just go your way and I go my way. But I feel like if you are going to confront somebody about it, I wouldn't just straight up be like, yeah, you're jealous of me, or so-and-so said you're jealous of me. I would just more so be like, listen, you know, like lately I just been feeling like when you do this, like this makes me feel some kind of way. And then you can start peeping game, but you also can pray and ask God to reveal it. Because I always do that as well. Like God reveals something to me, and God will reveal things to you. That's why I say you need to have your spiritual help, because honey, you need to have your spirit guides. You need to have your spirit guides as an army to block any type of evil and negativity around you and your family. So make sure you stay prayed up, Pray over your children, pray over your partner, your family, your household, everything, okay? Because this type of energy happens everywhere. It happens in the workplace. It happens within your own blood. It happens with your friends, all of that. So stay prayed up, you know? And if God reveals something to you, or you feel it energetically, because one thing about it, energy ain't gonna lie. Okay, so if you feel something's off, something's wrong with a person, and 9 times out of 10, that's your intuition telling you something is off. And then handle it accordingly. Don't find out later on in life. Like, handle it accordingly at that point in time. So that's all I have to say. So let me know what y'all think. Have y'all ever had a friend who was a hater? Like, I think I still have my story time of years ago when I dealt with a girl. It's actually, the title is actually called Sis Was a Hater. So that's like one of my first videos if you want to watch it and scroll down. But yeah, let me know y'all hater stories. Let me know if y'all like me on camera, y'all, because I don't know. I may or may not be on camera because I just am shy. I'm shy, y'all. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. I will see y'all on the next one.